Did you know there are over 80 horses that are cared for and trained here at the Rideau Carleton backstretch?
No live races? We still got you covered. Watch and wager on races all across North America 7 days a week. How much does it cost to play? It's free. Why would you pay to play?
Enjoy all your favorite comfort foods
without missing a race.
Open 7 days a week. Horse racing at Rideau Carleton. So much more than live. Live from the nation's capital, Ottawa, Ontario, Rideau Carleton Raceway embarks on its 62nd year of racing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rideau Carleton Raceway. It's just been a short time since our last card on Tuesday night, and now we're back at our regular Thursday, 4 p.m. post time with 10 live races from the nation's capital. It's race date number 54 of our 2024 meet. And we've got a nice card coming up with a preferred handicap trot as our feature, and that is coming up in race 4. Just a few changes that we'll pass along shortly here for the Thursday card. We'd like to thank you for joining us. The track is fast and weather conditions are overcast at the moment. A temperature of 10 degrees Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit. Winds are out of the west, 18 kilometers an hour, 11 miles per hour. Humidity is at 60%. We're about 17 minutes away from post time for race 1. And some of what I'll be updating you on when the changes come up has to do with horses who raced here on Tuesday night as part of that card that was moved from the Sunday due to the Run for the Cure being held at Rideau Carleton on October 6th. So some of those horses have a line to be announced, and I'll be giving you that information as well to include in your handicapping. Taking a look at race 1, Shadow Dave, getting lots of attention. He's our 8-5 favorite right now. Changes are on screen. Races 1 through 6. There are technically no changes there. In race 7, we have a scratch of the 6, Sunshine Love, a judge's scratch Transportation. That's the 6, Sunshine Love in race 7. And no changes listed in races 8 through 10. I have a little bit of extra information here just to pass along, though. Pertaining to race 1, the 6, Geisha's Treasure, did race on Tuesday and finished 4th, individually timed in 1:56 and 4. That's the 6, Geisha's Treasure in race 1. Also, some late equipment changes in race 2 on the 4, Spicy Redhead, who gets a number of changes, shoeing-wise, going aluminum to flip-flop up front, aluminum to steel behind, going from open to blind bridle, and removing Murphy blind left. That's the 4, Spicy Redhead in race 2. A little further on in race 5, an equipment change on 3, Springbridge Gym, going from blinkers to blind, and also Dillon's Bank, the 5 in race 5, did race Tuesday night here, finishing 5th, individually timed in 1:55 and 4. That's 5, Dillon's Bank in race 5. In race 6, the 6, He's Got a Vendetta, raced on Tuesday night here, and He's Got a Vendetta was 4th, individually timed in 1:55 and 4. That's a 6 in race 6. He's Got a Vendetta. And that's all the additional information to pass along right now. We're about 14 minutes away from race 1, a field of 6 pacers. And strong support so far for the 3, Shadow Dave, racing for trainer-driver Mike Healy. A couple of recent wins. And he's in a class where he's been getting checks in the last number of starts. In fact, all his charted lines. Some of the tougher members of this class are not in it today, including Beach Roller and Dakota Senna. So Shadow Dave might find it a little easier to get a victory here today. He's 8-5 favorite right now from post 3. There's exactor, triactor, superfecta, and early daily double wagering available on race 1. My selection here is the 6, Geisha's Treasure, making the quick turnaround. He tipped first over from 4th in front of the grandstand last Thursday and matched strides with leader Red Cape Party past the half. He got parked and was overtaken in the stretch. He's got some class relief now and had a covered up trip here on Tuesday night. Significantly, Geisha's Treasure is reunited with Jimmy Gagnon, who did not drive him on Tuesday night. Odds right now on Geisha's Treasure, the 6, 4-1. Another to consider is the 5, Century Jazz, who trailed to the half here last Thursday and made a third over move from last past the half. He went 3 wide around stalling cover on the backstretch, and winner Beach Roller slipped into the 3 wide path on the final turn. So Century Jazz ended up going 4 wide for the stretch drive and ran out of racetrack, chasing the place finisher to the wire. That place finisher was Shadow Dave. Another getting some attention wagering-wise from the rail. It's the class climbing Bauer Power. He had an off-the-pace Friday win at the Raceway at Western Fair and has never missed the board for returning driver Guy Gagnon. 9-2 right now on the 1, Bauer Power. For those who like trotters, you'll appreciate our card this afternoon. And in fact, my spot play and best bet are both trotters coming up later in the card. Ciel Bleu from the rail in race 8, looking good for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon with significant class relief and some other factors in his favor. And then those who saw Duc La Victoire in last week's preferred handicap trot saw the excellent performance he put on, and he gets some class relief too. He doesn't have to deal with War We Exalt, and all wrapped up this week. He's back for André Lachance and Marie-Claude Auger in race 10 from post 6. Duc La Victoire, my best bet. We're about 10 minutes away from race 1. And just to mention it again for horse players joining us now, if you're playing the early double, this will be of interest. In race 2, some equipment changes on the 4, Spicy Redhead. Shoeing changes, going aluminum to flip-flop up front, aluminum to steel behind, open the blind bridle, and removing Murphy blind left. That's on 4, Spicy Redhead in race 2, the second leg of the early daily double, and the first leg of our initial pick 4 of the card. It's also Worth mentioning that Tammy Forgey's On Track free-to-play Saturday night handicapping contest continues on this Saturday night, and you've got some great racing to take in at the Trackside Handicapping Lounge as well. Ontario Sire Stakes Superfinals from Mohawk will be on screen, and you can watch in comfort and wager here on Saturday, October 12th, and take part in that handicapping contest. The jackpot has reached $1,200. No one has hit it for a number of weeks now, so you could be the one, but you need to be on track Saturday evenings here at Rideau Carleton. Track handicapper selections are now on screen from myself and Glenn Pearson. I already presented my picks, and I'll take a look at Glenn's now. He is leaning towards Bauer Power from the rail, despite the class jump. That's his top choice. And in the place spot, he likes Shadow Dave, the 3, who continues to reign as favorite. He's 9-5 at the moment. In the show spot, he's going to the 5, Century Jazz, and then completing his ticket, 6, Geisha's Treasure, my top choice. We're about 6 minutes away from post time for race 1. Support remains strong for Shadow Dave and Mike Healy from post 3 here, the favorite ever since the windows opened. Bauer Power and Century Jazz from posts 1 and 5. Also taking some money, and I see the 6 Geisha's Treasure, my top choice as well, 5-2 at the moment. So a number of contenders here. There is no obvious jump off the page kind of standout. Just a very competitive field of 6 pacers to start this 10 race afternoon of trotters and pacers at Rideau Carleton. There's exactor, triactor, superfecta, and early daily double wagering available here in race 1. Also, just a reminder that the Tuesday night of racing on October 8th, while well supported, was not going to be a regular thing this season. We're back on our usual schedule now of 4 p.m. post time on Thursdays and then 6:30 p.m. on Sunday evenings, and that will continue starting again with the Sunday, October 13th card, 6:30 p.m. post time, Sundays and Thursdays through October and November. Bauer Power is suddenly very popular. He's the 1-9 favorite now for trainer Gavin Christie and driver Guy Gagnon, coming in off a win for Jason Ryan on October 4th at the Raceway at Western Fair. And a strong resume for Guy Gagnon this season, a 3-time winner already this year. Bauer Power, 1-9 from the rail.
Night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best freaking night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best freaking night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
It's a chilly Thursday afternoon here at Rideau Carleton, but the tarmac is open. The picnic tables are still there for the brave souls who want to enjoy the cool temperatures and get a great view of the racing today. Tammy has her picks on screen now, and she is siding with Glenn about Bauer Power. That's her top choice from the rail, 1-9 favorite at the moment. She likes 5 Century Jazz for Stéphane Pouliot for place, ahead of number 3, Shadow Dave, her show choice, and then she's using 6 Geisha's Treasure to complete the superfecta. The post parade will be coming on track shortly for race 1. Starting off our Thursday afternoon card here at Rideau Carleton. On the tote board, the tables have turned. Early favorite, number 3, Shadow Dave, now sits at 5-1. As all the attention has shifted wagering-wise towards the rail, Bauer Power and Guy Gagnon, the top selection of Glenn Pearson and Tammy Forgy, 1-2 at the moment. Here comes the Race 1 Post Parade. These pacers are known winners of $15,000 or 3 races lifetime. Also eligible $20,000 claimers for non-winners of $25,000 lifetime, and also eligible non-winners of $1,500 in their last 10 starts. They race for a purse of $6,400. Leading the post parade, current 3-5 favorite, number 1, Bauer Power, owned by William Beecham, with trainer Gavin Christie, driven by Guy Gagnon. We're moving on to the 3, Shadow Dave, owned by Anne Lemarand, trained and driven by Mike Healy. There's 2, Souffle de Vie, owned by trainer Carol Ann Mallow-Tetro and driven by Robert Shepard. 4 is Surat Hanover, owned and trained by Denis Maisonneuve, driven by Pascal Berube. 5 is Century Jazz, owned by Gestion J.Y. Blais, with a numbered Quebec Corporation, trained and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. And completing the field from post 6, Geisha's Treasure, owned by trainer Vic Potty, along with Limco Incorporated, driven by Jimmy Gagnon. And note that Geisha's Treasure raced on Tuesday night here, finishing 4th individually timed in 1:56 and 4. That's the field for race 1 with exactor, triactor, superfecta, and early daily double wagering. We're taking a closer look at the current even money favorite, number 1, Bauer Power. Breaking into a bit of a gallop in front of the grandstand for the moment, but that's not typical behavior from him. He's got 3 wins this season and was a winning favorite on October 4th at the Raceway at Western Fair. For Jason Ryan, he's back at Rideau Carleton now, where he has a good record with Guy Gagnon in the sulky. He's one of two in this field who have 3 wins this season, the other being the 5 Century Jazz. Glenn Pearson and I agree on the horses. We just don't agree on the potential order of finish in race 1. We kind of see it backwards from one another. I like the 6 here. I like the quick turnaround angle and the class drop angle. Jimmy Gagnon back in the bike as well. He was not driving Geisha's Treasure in that 4th place finish on Tuesday night when this horse had a covered up trip. It was a more adventurous trip last Thursday when Geisha's Treasure battled Red Cape Party through some fast fractions and got parked and was finally overtaken in the stretch. So Geisha's Treasure looking for another win here for Jimmy Gagnon. 9-5 now, co-favorite with the 1 Bauer Power. The 3 Shadow Dave has been quite good lately as well. He settled single file 3rd behind Red Cape Party and Souffle de Vie before the quarter last Thursday and got covered up and shuffled to near last on the 2nd turn. He stepped out 3rd over on the backstretch and followed the winner, Beach Roller, down the stretch for place. That's 3 Shadow Dave, who took the early money and is now at odds of 3-1. They will be going behind the gate very shortly. This is your advisory to wager now or risk getting shut out in race 1. The starter has called the race 1 pacers. They're lining up in front of the grandstand. 1 is Bauer Power for Guy Gagnon. 2, Souffle de Vie, Robert Shepard. 3, Shadow Dave, Mike Healy. 4, Surratt Hanover, Pascal Berube. 5, Century Jazz, Stéphane Pouliot. And on the outside is 6, Geisha's Treasure for Jimmy Gagnon. They're lining up with Bauer Power a little further back than the rest as the gate turns towards the backstretch. They are all on gate on the backstretch, lined up for the start. And they're off and pacing, leaving through the center. Surratt Hanover for Pascal Berube has early speed. Coming after him from the outside, Geisha's Treasure in hot pursuit. Settling 3rd in the pocket, that's Bauer Power. And a length and a half behind him in 4th early, Souffle de Vie at the back. Second last is Shadow Dave. And trailing the field to this point, Century Jazz. They're single file to the opening quarter of 28 flat and led by Geisha's Treasure and Jimmy Gagnon. out there by about a length and a half on the front end, ahead of Surratt Hanover, second, followed in third along the cones by Bauer Power, fourth, Souffle de Vie, fifth, Shadow Dave, and still trailing this field is Century Jazz. They are still single file going around the turn and approaching the half. That is about the change, though. 57-3, the clocking for Geisha's Treasure, uninterrupted to that point on the front end. Now pressure comes from Bauer Power, who is first over on the outside in second. That puts Surratt Hanover in the pocket third. Second over to follow cover from fourth. Souffle de Vie is on the move, scooting up the pylons into fifth. Shadow Dave, and third over from the back of the field. Century Jazz is a part of the action. 1:26-2 past three quarters, and pushing on the front end. Geisha's Treasure giving the cold shoulder to Bauer Power thus far, winding up three wide. Century Jazz as they turn for home. That's Geisha's Treasure up the inside. Surratt Hanover has some late speed, pushing on the outside. Century Jazz, it's a battle to the wire. Geisha's Treasure needs the wire, and he looks to survive the onslaught of Century Jazz on the outside, and Surratt Hanover up for show in a 1:56-1 mile. It's a close decision for win here, as the 6, Geisha's Treasure, on the inside has pressure right to the wire from Century Jazz, the 5, coming on late. The unofficial results are now posted for race 1. 6-5 favorite, number 6, Geisha's Treasure, does prevail for Jimmy Gagnon, ahead of place finisher 5, Century Jazz. 4, Surratt Hanover was third, ahead of 3, Shadow Dave, fourth. And the AGCO judges have just informed me that there will be an inquiry on the 3, Shadow Dave, who finished unofficially fourth but may have left the course, gaining an unfair advantage. That's the inquiry that's just being posted, again pertaining to fourth place finisher 3, Shadow Dave, possibly leaving the course. The unofficial order of finish, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold all tickets. Now on screen, the race footage being reviewed by the judges pertaining to the 3, Shadow Dave, the fourth place finisher, and the subject of the inquiry. Meanwhile, posing for photos in the winner's circle, unofficial race 1 winner, number 6, Geisha's Treasure, a 3-year-old bay gelding by State Treasurer out of Southwind Geisha, owned by trainer Vic Putty of Ontario with Limco Incorporated of Quebec. Geisha's Treasure was bred by Limco Incorporated and Ontnivram Incorporated of Quebec, as well as Vic Putty sharing the breeder credits for Geisha's Treasure. Vic Putty, the trainer. Jimmy Gagnon, the successful driver. Geisha's Treasure, that's a 3rd seasonal victory and a new lifetime mark, 1:56-1. I've just been informed by the judges that while number 3, Shadow Dave, did go inside a pylon on the last turn, he did not gain any advantage, so he will remain 4th. There is no placing, no change to the posted order of finish for race 1. 6, 5, 4, 3. Race 1 is official. Prices are posted. 6, Geisha's Treasure, returns $4.40 to win. The $2 exactor, 6.5, pays $25.60. The $1 triactor, 654, returns $39.90, and it's $93.70 for the $1 superfecta, 6543 ticket. The race 1 rundown is now posted. 1, Bauer Power finished 6th. 2, Souffle de Vie was 5th. 3, Shadow Dave was 4th. 4, Surratt Hanover 3rd. 5, Century Jazz a close 2nd. And 6-5 favorite, number 6, Geisha's Treasure, the race winner for Jimmy Gagnon in a new lifetime mark of 156 and 1. From the top down, your program should read 654-321. The fractions were 28 flat to the opening quarter, 57 and 3 at the half, 126 and 2 at 3 quarters, 156 and 1 for the mile. Race 2 is coming up next. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and early pick 4 wagering. The second leg of the early double. The current early favorite is my top choice here, number 3, Cleo Max du Haras, for Marc-Andre Simoneau and Pascal Berube. What a nice filly. 5 wins in 9 starts this season and a lifetime mark taken at Rideau Carleton just 2 starts ago. The only changes in race 2 have to do with multiple equipment and shoeing changes on 4, Spicy Redhead. As mentioned, a number of changes there. Aluminum to flip-flop shoes up front, aluminum to steel behind, open to blind bridle, and removing the Murphy blind left on 4. Spicy Redhead coming back after a vet scratch sick on September 26th. Post parade will be coming on track shortly. I considered making Cleo Max du Haras a best bet here, but there were 2 other horses in the field who pose very real threats. One of them is the new favorite from Post 2, Even Money, on the Magic of Life. His only 2024 win was here, May 1st, on the front end at a higher classification. He was 3rd behind 2 pacers in a qualifier last Thursday after making recent breaks. The Magic of Life seems to get good when the weather cools down. He never missed the Rideau Carleton board between October 12th and November 23rd of last year, or between March 24th and May 9th of this year. He's the current favorite and has lots of back class for trainer-driver Robbie Robinson. That's the Magic of Life, even money favorite right now from Post 2. The other horse here who deserves a lot of respect is 5, Coltrane DeVee, coming in after closing in the field's fastest 30-3 last Thursday. The race 2 trotters are now on track for Post Parade. They are non-winners of $30,000 lifetime with allowances for fillies and mares. Also eligible non-winners of $1,500 in their last 5 starts. The purse is $6,800. Leading the Post Parade, number 1, General So, owned by Marcel Laurent, trained by André Lachance, driven by Marie-Claude Auger. Two is The Magic of Life, owned, trained, and driven by Robbie Robinson. 3 is current 6-5 favorite Cleo Max du Haras, owned by Desjardins Noro Stable with trainer Marc-Andre Simoneau, Danny and Jean Fontaine, and Pascal Berube drives. 4 is Spicy Redhead, owned and trained by Nathalie Seguin, driven by Guy Gagnon, and she's the one with multiple equipment changes, aluminum to flip-flops front, aluminum to steel behind, shoeing wise, open to blind bridle, and remove Murphy blind left. Completing this field from Post 5, Coltrane DeVee, owned by Julia Ferguson, Lloyd Stone, Sean Vino, and Coral Bailey, trained by Ted McDonald, driven by Jimmy Gagnon. That's the field for race 2. exactor, triactor, superfecta, and early pick 4 wagering. We're taking a closer look at 4 to 5 favorite, number 3, Cleo Max du Haras. Pascal Berube staying aboard this filly after driving the 5 Coltrane de Vie to a good finish here in his last start as well. Cleo Max du Haras got away 5th along the Hippodrome 3R pylons on September 29th. She made a first over move on the second turn, flushing out La Bramontoise on the second turn, and she was 3 wide down the stretch. So it was an adventurous mile in a good place finish behind La Bramontoise, September 29th at Hippodrome 3R for Cleo Max du Haras, taking on those older mares who have been competing in the preferred handicap trot as well. Cleo Max du Haras finishing ahead of Rose Run Why Not, who was 3rd in that mile. Glenn Pearson agrees that this race has a clear exactor. We are both putting 3 Cleo Max du Haras on top. And in the place spot, 5 Coltrane de Vie, who has been very good, particularly in that last start. And if you look back to the last time he had post 5 here, he was a winner on the front end for today's driver, Jimmy Gagnon, his regular driver. For show, Glenn is using Spicy Redhead. Guy Gagnon keeping that catch drive as she returns from the scratch with a number of equipment changes. And then to complete the ticket, Glenn is using the Magic of Life in the 4th spot. I see the Magic of Life as more of a danger than that. If he stays flat, he is a very real threat here from post 2. To complete my superfecta, I'm going to the 1, General So. Although his latest win was from off the pace on July 8th, it was from the rail at Northfield Park. General So got away last Thursday, and was gapping on the first turn. He tightened up 4th after passing a couple of breakers on the first turn. He tipped first over on the final turn and closed widest of all down the stretch. So Marie-Claude Auger staying loyal to General So in his 4th Rideau start. The starter has called the field for race 2. This is your last opportunity to get involved in the early pick 4. The trotters are lining up. 1 is General So for Marie-Claude Auger. 2, The Magic of Life, Robbie Robinson. 3, Cleo Max du Haras for Pascal Berube. 4, Spicy Redhead, Guy Gagnon. And on the outside, 5, Coltrane de Vie for Jimmy Gagnon. They're on the turn with The Magic of Life, the last to get in line. They're on the backstretch. They're off and trotting, except for The Magic of Life on a break at the back of the field, unfortunately. Moving easily to the front for Jimmy Gagnon. That's Coltrane de Vie, opening up by a couple of lengths over second place. Cleo Max du Haras, who sits just ahead of General So, following her from 3rd. Then it's back to 4th, and Spicy Redhead, and it's about 7 lengths back to The Magic of Life, who has reset set and is trying to catch the field as Coltrane DeVee leads the way through the opening quarter of 29 and 1. It's relaxed fractions in the early going. He is keeping a good 2 lengths ahead of Cleo Max du Hurrah, loosely in the pocket. Following from third, General So. Fourth, that Spicy Redhead. And having caught the field now and tied up in fifth, that is the Magic of Life. They're single file approaching the half and heading past it with that 2-length advantage intact. Coltrane DeVee still leads 58 and 3. The clocking a 29 and 2 second panel for the leader. Cleo Max du Hurrah, the 1-9 favorite, is tightening up that pocket position, and Spicy Redhead is coming on first over from third, shuffled back on the inside to fourth, General So, and winding up from the back of the field. The Magic of Life is needing to go 3 wide now around Spicy Redhead. They went by 3/4 in 1:28 flat, exiting the pocket. Cleo Max du Hurrah gets her orders from Pascal Berube, and down the stretch they come. It is Cleo Max du Hurrah taking on leader Coltrane DeVee. The filly fighting on the outside and sticking her red hooded head ahead of a tough Coltrane DeVee, who's going to hold on for second by about a half length. Back in third was General So ahead of Spicy Redhead, 1:58 and 2. An exciting battle down the stretch. Coltrane DeVee digging in, but Cleo Max du Hurrah gets the job done once again. Seasonal win number 6. Unofficial results are now posted for race 2. 1-9 favorite number 3, Cleo Max du Hurrah, the winner for Pascal Berube. Second was 5, Coltrane DeVee. Third, number 1, General So, and fourth was 4, Spicy Redhead. The unofficial order of finish, 3-5-1-4. Hold all tickets. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton Winners Circle. Unofficial race 2 winner, number 3, Cleo Max du Hurrah, a 3-year-old bay filly by Muscle Mass out of Cleopatre du Hurrah, owned by Desjardins Noro Stable and trainer Marc-André Simoneau with Danny and Jean Fontaine of Quebec. Cleo Max du Hurrah was bred by Hera de l'Estrie of Quebec, trained by Marc-André Simoneau, driven to victory again by her regular driver, the drummer Pascal Berube. 1:58 and 2 in her 6th win in her 10th race. Cleo Max du Hurrah. And race 2 is now official. Prices are posted for race 2. Number 3, Cleomax du Haras returns $2.20 to win. The $2 exactor, 3.5, pays $6. The $2 daily double, 6.3, returns $7.80. The $1 try, 351, pays $5.90, and the $1 superfecta returns $13.70 for the 3514 ticket. The race 2 rundown is now posted. 1, General So finished 3rd. 2, The Magic of Life was 5th. 3, 1 to 9 favorite, Cleomax du Haras, the race winner for Pascal Berube. 4, Spicy Redhead was 4th, and 5, Coltrane de Vie was 2nd. From the top down, your program should read 3-5-1-4-2. The fractions were 29 and 1 to the opening quarter, 58 and 3 at the half, 128 flat to 3/4, 158 and 2, the winning mile for Cleomax du Haras. Race 3 is coming up next. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and Pick 3 wagering. No changes in race 3. For the Pick 3 players just joining us for race 3, it's worth mentioning again in race 5 that 3, Springbridge Gym, goes from open to blind bridle. That's the third leg of the pick 3 kicking off here in race 3. And also the 5 in race 5, Dylan's Bank, has a line to be announced. He did race Tuesday night here, finishing 5th individually timed in 1:55 and 4. Post Parade is coming on track for race 3. These pacers are fillies and mares, $8,500 claimers, $9,500 claimers, and $10,500 claimers. Also eligible non-winners of $1,000 per start in 2023-2024. They compete for a purse of $6,200. One is Dolly Daydream, owned by Jean Allaire with trainer Jean-Francois Maguire. Marie-Claude Auger is in the sulky. Two is A Sailor's Delight, owned by William Gibson, trained by Brian Gibson. The driver, Ryan Guy. 3 is On the Road to Texas, owned by Jamie Copley with Kimberly Eaton and Wayne Hutt, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Robert Shepard. 4 is current 5-2 co-favorite Beach Journey, owned by Écurie Guy Gagnon with Frédéric Gagnon, trained and driven by Guy Gagnon. 5 is the 5-2 co-favorite Beauty is Blind, owned by Desjardins Noro Stable with trainer Marc-André Simoneau and Jean Fontaine. Pascal Berube drives. 6 is Lion Shining, owned by Susan Waugh, trained by William Douglas and driven by William Waugh. Completing this field from post 7, Better Catch Girl, owned by a numbered Canadian corporation with trainer Vic Putty. Jimmy Gagnon drives. That's the field for race 3. No changes this race. There's exactor, triactor, superfecta, and pick 3 wagering. We're taking a closer look at current 3-1 second choice, number 5, Beauty is Blind. She broke early in a free-legged attempt last Thursday, but wired from the same post at a similar classification on September 12th. So she is not free-legged today. Beauty is Blind dropping again, 5-2. Her last couple of wins here have been on the front end, and she has that Hippodrome 3R victory Labor Day on the front end, although she used to be more of a closer, so I'm hesitant to put her on top. She's been somewhat unpredictable. I'm going with 9-1 Lion Shining from post 6. Glenn Pearson likes the 3. On the Road to Texas for Mandy Archer and Robert Shepard, looking for a 3rd consecutive win at Rideau Carleton for those connections. I'm using her in the place spot. For show, I am using Beach Journey, who Glenn has as his second choice. She missed by a head with a pocket trip behind On the Road to Texas. She was a beaten even money favorite here last Thursday. In the show spot, Glenn is using my 4th place selection. That's the 5, Beauty is Blind. And to complete his superfecta, Glenn likes the class-dropping Better Catch Girl, despite that outside post. It's a competitive group here, and with the right trip, there's a number who can win. I don't think they're going to win on class alone or being a standout above the others in terms of recent form. I'm looking to the 6 Lion Shining, who to me looks like a serious threat on the class drop. She was a non-factor on a class jump September 26th, but had a ground-saving mile behind winner Speaker Nancy. The starter has called the field for race 3. Last chance to get involved in the pick 3 beginning here. Pacers are lining up in front of the grandstand. 1 is Dolly Daydream, Marie-Claude Auger. 2, A Sailor's Delight, Ryan Guy. 3, On the Road to Texas, Robert Shepard. 4, Beach Journey, Guy Gagnon. 5, Beauty is Blind, Pascal Berube. 6, Lion Shining, William Waugh. And 7, Better Catch Girl for Jimmy Gagnon. They're headed into the turn with Dolly Daydream a little behind the rest. They're on the backstretch and headed towards the start for race 3. They're all in line. And they're off and pacing, and there's an early speed battle brewing already between On the Road to Texas and Beach Journey, both leaving from the center of the pack. On the Road to Texas lands on the lead for Robert Shepard, and that puts Beach Journey loosely in the pocket second, ahead of third place A Sailor's Delight. Settling fourth behind them is Lion Shining, and then it's further back to fifth place Dolly Daydream, circling past the quarter in 27-1 up front. On the Road to Texas leads by 2 lengths. Beach Journey is content in the pocket for now. Third on the cones, that's a Sailor's Delight. Here comes a first over move out of fourth from Lion Shining. Following that cover, second over from sixth, Dolly Daydream. Caught in at the back, Beauty is Blind with nowhere to go. And starting up from the back of the field now, third over from last, that is Better Catch Girl. They headed past the half in 57-1, a 30-second breather for On the Road to Texas, who's still freewheeling on the front end and leading by about 3 lengths now as Beach Journey fights on, parking Lions Shining, who was out there first over in third. Moving up along the inside into fourth, A Sailor's Delight, and looking to go 3 wide now, moving into third. That is Dolly Daydream. They went by 3/4 in 1:26-1. On the Road to Texas might have an insurmountable lead. She's still out there by over 2 lengths with Beach Journey next closest. And coming down the stretch, On the Road to Texas is on the road to a 3rd consecutive victory for Robert Shepard. She's just too much for the rest here. On the Road to Texas. Battle only for place, and that goes to Beach Journey ahead of A Sailor's Delight in 1:55-1. Another dominant performance, going away victory for On the Road to Texas and Robert Shepard. The race 3 battle really just for place as she gets away again. The unofficial results are now posted for race 3 at odds of 3-1. Number 3, On the Road to Texas. The winner for Robert Shepard. Even money favorite, number 4, Beach Journey. Second, 2, A Sailor's Delight, up for show. And 1, Dolly Daydream, closed for 4th. The unofficial order of finish, 3-4-2-1. Hold all tickets. Now returning to the Rideau Carleton Winner's Circle. Unofficial race 3 winner, number 3, On the Road to Texas, a 6-year-old bay mare by 6 Days on the Road out of Blue Star, Texas, owned by Jamie Copley, Kimberly Eaton, and Wayne Hutt of Ontario. On the Road to Texas was bred by Willie Wykopin of Alberta, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Robert Shepard. That's her 5th win this season. In start number 26, 155-1, the 3rd straight win for On the Road to Texas. Race 3 is now official. And prices are posted. 3, On the Road to Texas, returns $8.80 to win. The $2 exactor, 3-4, pays $15.10. It's $46.85 for the $1 try, 3-4-2, and $163.95 for the $1 superfecta, 3-4-2-1. race 3 rundown is now on your screens. Number 1, Dolly Daydream was 4th. 2, A Sailor's Delight was 3rd. 3, On the Road to Texas, the race winner for Robert Shepard. 4, Beach Journey was 2nd as beaten even money favorite. 5, Beauty is Blind was 5th. 6, Lion Shining was 6th. And 7, Better Catch Girl finished 7th. From the top down, your program should read 4-3-1-2-5-6-7. The fractions were 27 and 1 to the opening quarter, 57 and 1 at the half, 126 and 1 at 3/4, 155 and 1 the winning mile for On the Road to Texas. Our Thursday feature is coming up in race 4. The preferred handicap trot. Just 5 trotters, every one of them a serious contender here. There's exactor, triactor, superfecta, and middle pick 4 wagering coming up for race 4. There were no changes in race 4, but for those mapping out their pick 4 tickets, there are some changes relevant to your ticket. In race 5, Springbridge Gym going open to blind bridle. Dylan Spank, the 5 in race 5, finished 5th, timed in 1:55 and 4, racing Tuesday night at Rideau Carleton. In race 6, the 6, He's Got a Vendetta, raced here Tuesday night, finishing 4th in a 1:55 and 4 individual mile. In race 7, Scratch the 6, Sunshine Love, a judge's scratch, transportation. The post parade is coming on track for race 4, our Thursday feature, the preferred handicap trot with a purse of $10,000. One is Raising Rusty, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation, trained and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. Two is Only for Justice, owned by Écurie Gaétan Bonneau, trained by Jessica Turenne, driven by Marie-Claude Auger. 3 is Black Tie Bash, owned by driver Robert Shepard, trained by Isabelle Darvaux. Four is Were We Exalt, owned by trainer Patrick Dillon with Paddy Hoskin, driven by Ryan Guy. And completing the field, from post 5, it's 4 to 5 current favorite, All Wrapped Up, owned by Sylvain Cote with Michel Legasse, trained and driven by Guy Gagnon. That's the field for race 4. No changes. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and Pick 4 wagering. What a strong group of preferred trotters. The current favorite is the 5. We're zooming in on him. 4 to 5 favorite. All Wrapped Up capitalized on Were We Exalt, getting wrapped up in an early speed duel with Duke La Victoire last Thursday in the preferred handicap trot. All Wrapped Up was 6th early, but brushed along the backstretch and went 3 wide around a stalling Meadow Branch Noble. He drew away from Were We Exalt in deep stretch, but it was quite a duel. Were We Exalt very game. He has post 4 here. Glenn Pearson and I both agree on a horse who is not the current favorite. That's the 3, Black Tie Bash, getting significant post relief here. Glenn is looking to the 5, All Wrapped Up, for place. I'm using him for show. I was quite impressed by the 4, Were We Exalt, very tough, with a couple of separate battles in last week's preferred, ending up 2nd. So I'm using him for 2nd. Glenn has him for 3rd. That's the 4, Were We Exalt. And to complete the Superfecta, Glenn is using the 1, Raising Rusty, for Stéphane Pouliot. And I'm looking for a better outcome from the 2, Only for Justice, who didn't really have a lot of excuses last Thursday, other than getting caught along the pylons on the backstretch while All Wrapped Up was gaining ground on the outside. This is the debut for Only for Justice with catch driver Marie-Claude Auger. Sometimes the driver change can shake things up. 7 to 1 if you'd like to take that chance on the 2, Only for Justice. But Glenn and I both in agreement, and so is the tote board, 7 to 5 now. Black Tie Bash getting significant post relief. It was a larger field in last week's preferred handicap, and he was assigned post 8 after winning from post 5 at this level here, September 26th. Black Tie Bash had previously not missed the exactor in the Rideau preferred handicap since August 8th. He was undefeated at Rideau Carleton in the preferred handicap trot last October, and he's known for his late speed. A great post position here as well, so it leaves more options open for Robert Shepard, hoping to go back-to-back after winning with On the Road to Texas in race 3. At 2 to 1, number 4, Were We Exalt, is an important part of any ticket here. He can win. I think he's definite top 2 material. He's hard to figure out. He was involved in a couple of different duels, an early duel and a late duel in the preferred last Thursday. He chased Duke La Victoire past the co-fastest opening quarter of the Thursday card at Rideau Carleton, a 27 flat opening quarter. So that was enough to take the sting out of a lot of trotters. However, he had plenty left in the stretch and was edged out late by All Wrapped Up. So lots of respect. 9 to 5 right now on 4, Were We Exalt. They're going to be lining up shortly. This is your last opportunity to play the middle pick 4 this afternoon at Rideau Carleton. The starter has called the preferred trotters. There's still time to punch in that pick 4 as they line up for our Thursday feature. 1 is Raising Rusty, Stéphane Pouliot. 2, Only for Justice, Marie-Claude Auger. 3, Black Tie Bash, Robert Shepard. 4, War We Exalt, Ryan Guy. And on the outside is 5, all wrapped up for Guy Gagnon. They're gradually lining up on the turn. Raising Rusty, spotting rivals a few lengths as they turn onto the backstretch. They're off and trotting. War We Exalt and Ryan Guy moving early from the center of the pack ahead of Raising Rusty with a well-timed move up into the pocket. On the outside early, first over in second. All wrapped up is coming after War We Exalt, and they're dueling on the first turn. And Ryan Guy has opted to take back and let All Wrapped Up grab the lead as they circle towards the opening quarter. The favorite is on the point, 28 flat, the opening panel for All Wrapped Up. And Guy Gagnon, who now leads the way ahead of a pocket-sitting War We Exalt, a length and a half back in third. That's Raising Rusty. Stepping out now, first over from fourth is Black Tie Bash, and following that cover from fifth. Second over, that's Only for Justice. There's 3 in and 2 out on the second turn as they approach the half, still led by All Wrapped Up, and he gets there in 58 M1, a 30 1 second panel for the leader. On his outside in second now, it's an advancing Black Tie Bash from first over. Third on the inside, War We Exalt. Second over from fourth, Only for Justice. And at the back, that is Raising Rusty. They're all in range, but All Wrapped Up leading the way and confidently getting to 3/4 unheaded in 1:26 and 2. He's getting a little separation now out there by about a length and a half ahead of War We Exalt, and turning for home. Black Tie Bash has stalled first over. It looks like All Wrapped Up may have this all wrapped up. He's leading by 3. Next closest, War We Exalt. Stalling to third is Black Tie Bash. All Wrapped Up puts a ribbon on it again for Guy Gagnon and finishes about 3 lengths ahead of War We Exalt and Black Tie Bash up for third, 155 and 2. Just too good for the rest today. All Wrapped Up gets a perfect trip from Guy Gagnon. And an 8th seasonal victory in 155 and 2. The unofficial results are now posted for race 4, 4-5 favorite, number 5, All Wrapped Up. The race winner for Guy Gagnon ahead of 4, War We Exalt second, 3, Black Tie Bash was third, and 2, Only for Justice, finished fourth. 5, 4, 3, 2, the unofficial order of finish. Hold all tickets. Now returning to the Rideau Carleton Winners Circle for the second consecutive week in the preferred handicap trot. It's unofficial race 4 winner, number 5, all wrapped up. An 8-year-old bay gelding by Archangel out of Jukebox Jackie, owned by Sylvain Côté of Joliette, Quebec, with Michel Legasse of Terrebonne, Quebec. All wrapped up was bred by V. Edward Hayter and Leslie Lawton of Ontario. He's trained and driven by Guy Gagnon. The 155-2 victory is his 8th this year. Congratulations to all wrapped up. Race 4 is official. Prices are posted. 5 all wrapped up returns $3.90 to win. The $2 exactor 5-4 pays $7.10. The $1 triactor 543 pays $4.30, and the $1 superfecta 5432 returns $8.85. The race 4 rundown is now posted. 1, Raising Rusty was 5th. 2, Only for Justice 4th. 3, Black Tie Bash 3rd. 4, War We Exalt 2nd. And 4 to 5 favorite number 5, all wrapped up. The race winner for Guy Gagnon. From the top down, your program should read 5-4-3-2-1. The fractions were 28 seconds to the opening quarter, 58-1 at the half, 126-2 at 3/4, 155-2, the winning mile for all wrapped up. Race 5 is coming up next. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and Pick 3 wagering. A couple of changes here. The 3, Springbridge Jim, not racing with Lasix today, and he does have that bridle change open to blind. Also, the line to be announced on the 5, Dylan Spank, is worth mentioning again. He raced Tuesday night here, finishing 5th in an individually timed 1:55-4 mile. The current favorite, at odds of 2 to 5, from the rail, Butterfly Kisses. A beaten favorite last Thursday. And getting significant post relief coming in from post 7 to the rail. She's my top selection. Glenn Pearson's second choice here as he looks to Dillon's Bank to capitalize on the quick turnaround for trainer John McMillan and driver Kyle Forgy. I'm using him 5th. He was my spot play selection for Tuesday. Didn't quite get the job done with the front end trip not producing a win. Tammy's picks are now on screen as well, and she has yet another horse selected to win. Currently 5 to 1 on the board. Number 2, What's in the Esky, who changed barns a couple of starts ago, moving from Stéphane Pouliot going to Gerard Vaillancourt and new driver Pascal Berube. She's using Butterfly Kisses for place as well. The post parade's approaching the track for race 5. And the post parade is coming on track for race 5. These pacers are non-winners of $450 per start in their last 10, with allowances for fillies and mares. Horses who have not won $450 per start in their last 10 or in 2023-2024 are eligible here. Non-winners of a race this year are allowed $100. They race for a purse of $6,100. Leading the post parade, current 1 to 2 favorite, number 1, Butterfly Kisses, owned by Bruce Tremblay, trained by Isabelle Darvaux, driven by Robert Shepard. 2 is What's in the Esky, owned by trainer Gerard Vaillancourt, driven by Pascal Berube. 3 is Springbridge Gym, owned, trained, and driven by Andrew Moore. Springbridge Gym is racing without Lasix and goes from open to blind bridle. Four is Stardog, owned, trained, and driven by Ryan Guy. Five is Dillon's Bank, owned by trainer John McMillan, driven by Kyle Forgy. Dillon's Bank was 5th, timed in 1:55 and 4 when he raced here on Tuesday, October 8th. Completing the field from post 6, State News, owned by Robin Lawler, trained by Raymond Crick, driven by Antonio Vecchio. That's the field for race 5 with Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and Pick 3 wagering. We're taking a closer look at Butterfly Kisses, the 3 to 5 favorite. She's consistently been the favorite since the windows opened And the post relief is a big part of that, moving in from the 7 hole to the rail. She was a beaten 2-1 favorite who ran out of racetrack here last Thursday. She paced the field's co-fastest closing quarter of 29 flat and had 5 wins in 8 Rideau starts for Robert Shepard last fall. 2 of those losses in those 8 starts were under sloppy conditions. She's known for her late speed. She's up in class, but well positioned to start showing that form reversal that she did when she came here from Quebec last fall. 1-2 now on number 1, Butterfly Kisses. Tammy's top selection is the 2, What's in the Esky, at 9-2 right now. He had early and late battles with winner Moonlight Boy Thursday in his second start for Pascal Berube and Gerard Vaillancourt. He's a front-end loving gelding, and he also closed in the field's co-fastest last quarter of 29 flat and is somewhat up in class here. Tammy's top choice, What's in the Esky, 9-2 from post 2. She likes the 1, Butterfly Kisses, second, and is using 4, Stardog, for show ahead of the 5, Dylan's Bank, to complete the superfecta. I also like that ticket with 4, Stardog in the show spot and 5, Dylan's Bank, completing the superfecta. Stardog is winless in 2024, but he's the lone class dropper here. He was second by a diminishing length to Day Delight on July 14th, his most recent start at similar classification. The 5, Dylan's Bank, took charge off the gate here on Tuesday for catch driver Jimmy Gagnon, cutting the fractions but getting collared in the stretch. He was a beaten 8-5 favorite who held on for minor shares and is up in class here with a quick turnaround. 5-1 right now on the 5, Dylan's Bank. The starter has called the race 5 Pacers. This is your last chance to play the pick 3 kicking off here in race 5. They're lining up. 1 is Butterfly Kisses for Robert Shepard. 2, What's in the Esky, Pascal Berube. 3, Springbridge Jim, Andrew Moore. 4, Stardog, Ryan Guy. 5, Dylan's Bank, Kyle Forgy. And on the outside, 6, State News, Antonio Vecchio. The Pacers are on the turn. They're on the backstretch. Lined up for the start. They're off and pacing with What's in the Esky, a narrow leader ahead of Butterfly Kisses, who forges on from the inside, caught 3 wide early and now reversing to settle third. That is Springbridge Jim taking back, following from 4th, Stardog. Then it's a gap of about 4 lengths back to 5th place, State News, and the trailer is Dylan's Bank. They're single file to the opening quarter, led by Butterfly Butterfly Kisses, the 1-2 favorite, 28-1, a mild opening quarter for the mare, who leads the way down the stretch the first time. She keeps just over a length ahead of What's in the Esky, who sits the pocket. Tied up in third, Springbridge Jim. From fourth, it's Stardog, closing the gap now in fifth. That's State News, and still trailing Dillon's Bank. No one making a move yet to come after leader. Butterfly Kisses and Robert Shepard still leading the way and reaching the halfway point in 58 flat, and sitting the pocket, What's in the Esky, content to wait for Pascal Berube. Springbridge Jim also patient from third. Stepping out now, first over from fourth. Here comes Stardog moving up the cones. That is State News closing the gap, and Stardog is being followed second over from the back of the field by Dillon's Bank, getting involved at 3/4, reached by Butterfly Kisses in 1:26 and 3. She is still leading the way as What's in the Esky shows interest for the stretch drive. Robert Shepard trying to see this through on the front end with Butterfly Kisses facing the late move from What's in the Esky, leaving the pocket for Berube up the inside late. Springbridge Jim, a battle to the wire that is won by What's in the Esky. Ahead of Butterfly Kisses, Springbridge Jim for show in 1:55-1. Pulling the pocket was a winning move for Pascal Berube and What's in the Esky. Moving past leader Butterfly Kisses in the shadow of the wire for a first seasonal victory. 1:55-1. Unofficial race 5 results are now posted. At 7-2, number 2, What's in the Esky, the race winner for Pascal Berube. Second, as beaten 1-2 favorite, number 1, Butterfly Kisses. Closing for show was 3, Springbridge Jim. And fourth was the 6, State News at 40-1. The unofficial order of finish, 2-1-3-6. Please hold all tickets. Coming back to the Rideau Carleton Winner's Circle for the first time this meet, its unofficial race 5 winner, number 2, What's in the Esky? A 10-year-old, Bay Gelding by Western Edition out of Russlin a Kiss. Owned by trainer Gerard Vaillancourt of Kemptville, Ontario. What's in the Esky was bred by I.M. Slater. And Element Victoria of New Zealand with J.A. Slater of Victoria, Australia. Pascal Berube gets the winning drive, 155-1, the first win of the year in start number 27 for What's in the Esky. And results are now official. Prices are posted for race 5. Winner number 2, What's in the Esky, returns $9.80. The $1 pick 3 ending here, 3 of 3, returns $41.40. It's $55.60 for 4 of 4. In the $1 early pick 4, 3-3-5-2. The $1 triactor 213 pays $45.60. That $2 exactor 2-1 returns $16.70, and it's $485.30 for the $1 superfecta 2136. The race 5 rundown is now on your screens. 1-2 beaten favorite. Number 1, Butterfly Kisses, finished second. 2, What's in the Esky, the race winner for the first time this year for driver Pascal Berube. 3, Springbridge Jim was third. 4, Stardog, fifth. 5, Dylan's Bank was sixth. And 6, State News was fourth. From the top down, your program should read 213-564. The fractions were 28-1 to the opening quarter, 58 flat at the half, 126-3 at 3/4, 155-1 the winning mile for What's in the Esky. We'd like to wish the Ottawa Senators best of luck in their season home opener tonight. If you know anyone attending the game, make sure to tell them to stop by the Rideau Carleton Raceway Casino booth for a chance to win prizes. Race 6 is coming up next. Exactor Triactor, Super High 5, and the only pick 5 of the card. It's a field of 7 pacers. The only change being the line to be announced on 6. He's got a Vendetta who raced here Tuesday night, finishing 4th in 1:55 and 4. The top choice, shared by myself and Glenn Pearson, is 5. Mickey Makes Some Speed for Marc-Andre Simeno and Pascal Berube. Racing free-legged again for his 3rd consecutive start. That's Mickey, not Glenn. He does look like a top contender here, going for his 4th seasonal victory. Shredder, the 4, is Glenn's choice for 2nd. I think the 1, Radley Hanover, keeping Guy Gagnon aboard, is an intriguing possibility here. We'll sort it out after the post parade, now coming on track for race 6. The post parade is now on track for race 6. These pacers are non-winners of $900 per start in their last 10 or in 2024. They race for a purse of $7,000. Leading the post parade, number 1, Radley Hanover, owned by trainer Caroline Malo-Tetro, driven by Guy Gagnon. Two is Sunchip, owned by trainer Patrick Dillon with Patty Hoskin and Steve McGill. Ryan Guy is in the bike. Three is Time to Dancing, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation, trained and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. Four is Shredder, the current 7-5 favorite. He is owned by Ryan Bender, trained by Mandy Archer, and driven by Robert Shepard. 5 is 9-5 co-favorite with Shredder at this point. Mickey Makes Some Speed. The free-legged pacer is owned by trainer Marc-Andre Simeno and driven by Pascal Berube. Six is He's Got a Vendetta, owned by Elizabeth Adam, with Aidan Keeley-Griffiths, trained by John McMillan, driven by Kyle Forgy. Again, He's Got a Vendetta, raced Tuesday night here, finishing 4th in a 1:55 and 4 individual mile. Completing this field from post 7, Sea Laird, owned by the estate of Stacey Smith Robinson, trained by Vic Putty, driven by Jimmy Gagnon. That's the field for race 6. No changes. Exactor Triactor, Super High 5, and Pick 5 wagering. For those playing the Pick 5 in race 7, note that 6 Sunshine Love is a judge's scratch transportation, but there were no changes in the rest of the sequence. We're taking a closer look now at the 8-5 favorite, also the top choice of myself and Glenn Pearson. It's number 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed. He and regular driver Pascal Berube retreated to 7th off the gate here last Thursday. Then they opted to continue first over rather than settling along the pylons. They were 3rd over from 6th at the half and got parked behind the stalling cover of Sea Laird, who has post 7 tonight. Interestingly, Mickey Makes Some Speed kept on going, circling Sea Laird, 3 wide on the final turn, and holding off a late bid by Radley Hanover in a battle for place behind Cyclone Joe. So Mickey Makes Some Speed made multiple moves last Thursday and looks quite good here, retaining Pascal Berube. Another I like, my second choice, is the one, Radley Hanover, retaining driver Guy Gagnon. He had a wide late bid in the battle for place against Mickey Makes Some Speed. He's slightly up in class, as is Mickey Makes Some Speed. It was an overland trip for Radley Hanover last Thursday. He was following the cover of Mickey Makes Some Speed in the outer flow and closed widest of all down the stretch, going 8th to 3rd in the stretch drive and pacing the field's fastest closing quarter of 28 and 4. Some post relief here for the one, Radley Hanover, moving in from the 7 hole, which he has had for the last couple of starts here. Interestingly, Radley Hanover's last win was for Pascal Berube, September 12th, and he's staying loyal to Mickey Makes Some Speed, the 9-5 favorite from post 5. The 3, Time to Dancing at 7-1, sat single file 3rd throughout most of the mile here. September 26th, his last start, but his passing lane move just missed. He had back-to-back Rideau wins in late October of last year. However you see it, it's time to play it. They're going to be headed behind the gate momentarily for race 6, kicking off our pick 5. The starter has called the pacers for race 6. They're lining up in front of the grandstand. 1 is Radley Hanover for Guy Gagnon. 2, Sunchip, Ryan Guy. 3, Time to Dancing, Stéphane Pouliot. 4, Shredder, Robert Shepard. 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed, Pascal Berube. 6, He's Got a Vendetta, Kyle Forgy. And on the outside is 7, Sea Laird for Jimmy Gagnon. They're on the turn. Quickly approaching the start. And the start of the pick 5. They're on the backstretch. And it's a staggered start with the outside pair hanging back, and speed coming from Mickey Makes Some Speed, who crosses over to land on the lead ahead of Radley Hanover, who's now in the pocket. Following from 3rd, that is Sunchip, and then it's a couple of lengths back to 4th for Time to Dancing. He is followed in this well-spaced field by 5th place Shredder, as it's Mickey Makes Some Speed circling to the quarter in 28 and 1. Mickey Makes Some Speed, the 4-5 favorite, leading down the stretch, keeping ahead of Radley Hanover. Then it's back to Sunchip 3rd. 4th, Time to Dancing is stepping out now to come first over, following his cover. 2nd over from 5th, Sea Laird. At the back of the field, Shredder, and trailing last, he's got a Vendetta. They're on the turn now, headed to the half, reached in 57 flat by Mickey Makes Some Speed, unchallenged since making front. Radley Hanover closer from the pocket as the field tightens up. First over from third now. Time to Dancing is coming on the inside, sitting fourth. That is Sunchip. Second over, but stalling in fifth. Sea Laird coming on from the back of the field. Third over, he's got a Vendetta, and caught in at the back. Nowhere to go for Shredder. Separation on the front end. All alone, past three quarters, reached in 1:25 and 3. Mickey Makes Some Speed and Pascal Berube making tracks as they head their way down the stretch. Up front, leading by a good 4 lengths ahead of next closest Radley Hanover, going all in with the plugs out. Up the inside, late Sunchip is flying, but he's not going to catch Mickey Makes Some Speed, who finishes ahead of Sunchip, Radley Hanover, and possibly Shredder getting up late. Up the inside, 1:54 and 3. No question about the winner in race 6, Mickey Makes Some Speed. Free-legged and home free on the front end for Pascal Berube. He rewards his backers as a 4-5 winning favorite in the unofficial results now posted. That's 5. Mickey Makes Some Speed, the winner for Pascal Berube, ahead of a fast closing Sunchip coming on late up the inside for place. That's number 2. 1, Radley Hanover was third. 4, Shredder coming home fourth up the inside from an impossible place and completing the high 5, finishing 5th. Number 3, Time to Dancing. The unofficial order of finish, 5-2-1-4-3. Hold all tickets. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton winner's circle. Unofficial race 6 winner, number 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed. A 7-year-old Bay Gelding by Mickey Hanover out of Air Hostess, owned by trainer Marc-André Simoneau of Trois-Rivières, Quebec, bred by Michel Allard of Saint-Esprit, Quebec, driven by Pascal Berube, the drummer. His 3rd driving win today, going back to back. High 5. That's the 3rd win, the 4th win this year for number 5. Mickey Makes Some Speed. And it's now official. Prices are posted for race 6. Winner, number 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed, pays $3.90 to win. The $2 exactor 5-2 pays $37.20. It's $42.75 for the $1 try, 5-2-1. And the 20-cent Super High Five returns $127.98 for the 5-2-1-4-3 20-cent ticket. The race 6 rundown is now on your screens. Number 1, Radley Hanover finished 3rd. 2, Sunchip was 2nd. 3, Time to Dancing was 5th. 4, Shredder closed for 4th. 5, Mickey Makes Some Speed. The race winner, a winning 4-5 favorite for Pascal Berube. 6, He's Got a Vendetta, finished 6th. Or I stand corrected, 6, He's Got a Vendetta was 7th, and 7, Sea Laird was 6th. From the top down, your program should read 3, 2, 5, 4, 1, 7, 6. The fractions for race 6 were 28 and 1 to the opening quarter, 57 flat at the half, 125 and 3 at 3/4, 154 and 3, the winning mile for Mickey Makes Some Speed.
These are the top drivers at Rideau Carleton Raceway.
Race 7 is coming up with exactor, triactor, superfecta, and pick 4 wagering. Scratch down to a field of 6. A 6 Sunshine Love is judges scratch transportation here. And a prohibitive favorite already from post 5, 1-5 on Probert's Legacy, as Marc-Andre Simoneau and Pascal Berube look to go back-to-back after the win with Mickey Make Some Speed in race 6. Track handicapper selections are now on screen. Glenn Pearson going to the rail and get your license, Liam. This one coming in off a qualifier. Finishing second, but not exactly racing for a purse there, so take it as you will. The horse who beat Get Your License, Liam, in that qualifier last Thursday is Glenn's second choice, the 7, Bet Nintine. Yes, Nintine. His show horse is the 3, Mossy's Art, coming in after Grand River concluded their pop-up series. And to complete his superfecta, the 2, I'm a Dude, for Stéphane Pouliot, getting serious post-relief. And here comes the race 7 post parade on track now. These pacers are non-winners of $900 per start in their last 10 or in 2024. They're racing for a purse of $7,000. Leading the post parade, number 1, Get Your License, Liam, owned by Limco Incorporated, trained by Vic Putty, driven by Jimmy Gagnon. Two is I'm a Dude, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation, trained and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. 3 is Mossy's Art, owned by Jason Mitchell with Jerry Belanger, trained by Jason Mitchell, driven by Ryan Guy. Four is Lucky Leonard, owned by trainer Caroline Mallow-Tetro, driven by Robert Chappert. 5 is the current 3-5 favorite, Probert's Legacy, owned by Desjardins Noro Stable with trainer Marc-Andre Simoneau, the driver Pascal Berube. 6, Sunshine Love is a judge's scratch, transportation. And completing the field from post 7, Bet Nintine, owned by Mark Kerouac, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Guy Gagnon. That's the field for race 7, scratch down to 6 pacers, exactor, triactor, superfecta, and late pick 4 wagering. For those playing the pick 4, there are no changes in this sequence other than the scratch of the 6 here in race 7, Sunshine Love. We're zooming in on 7, Bet Nintine, or we were the front-end winner of the October 3rd qualifier. To be fair, it was a 3-horse qualifier. Get Your License, Liam, happy in the pocket throughout. And the show finisher, or the 3rd place finisher in that qualifier, was the trotter, The Magic of Life. We've now turned the focus to 3 to 5 favorite. Number 5, Probert's Legacy, as Pascal Berube has the hot hands here and looks to win another race. He's having a great Thursday at Rideau Carleton, winning with Mickey Make Some Speed in race 6. Cleopatra du Hara back in race 2. And getting that mild upset in race 5 with What's in the Esky. There's a lot to like about Probert's Legacy. He's my top pick. He advanced second over from 6th to the opening quarter last Sunday at Hippodrome 3R. Then he was 3 wide around the slowing American Colt, landing on the lead on the second turn. He opened up for a going-away victory and gets serious post relief here on his return to Rideau Carleton. He's up in class, but it was a classy win, and he makes a quick turnaround, retaining his regular driver, Pascal Berube. That's the 5, Probert's Legacy, now 4 to 5. The 1, Get Your License, Liam, 5 to 1 now, Glenn's top choice, my second choice. He gets class and post relief. He did follow Bettentin around the track last Thursday in that 3-horse qualifier, which didn't really reveal much. His most recent win here was August 22nd for the returning Jimmy Gagnon with a pocket ride at a lower level. At 9 to 1, the 3, Mossy's Art is one I would watch. He pocketed up behind Carson's Shadow September 30th at Grand River. He was boxed in on the backstretch, loose on the final turn, and closed into traffic. This is his first start here since November 7th, 2021. But he's had good recent results in that pop-up series at Grand River, which, as everybody knows by now, is also a 5/8 mile track this season. The 6, Sunshine Love, was my other horse here, making a quick turnaround after winning on Tuesday, but unfortunately a transportation scratch. The starter has called the field for race 7. If you're a pick 4 player, this is your last opportunity to get involved in the late pick 4 this Thursday at Rideau Carleton. They're lining up for race 7. 1 is Get Your License, Liam, Jimmy Gagnon driving. 2, I'm a Dude, Stefan Pouliot. 3, Mossy's Art for Ryan Guy. 4, Lucky Leonard, Robert Shepard. 5, Probert's Legacy, Pascal Berube. 6, Sunshine Love is a judge's scratch. 7 is Bettentin on the outside for Guy Gagnon. They're on the turn. They're on the backstretch with Probert's Legacy and Bettentin lagging slightly behind the gate. They're off and pacing, and it's a 2-horse battle leaving between Get Your License, Liam, and I'm a Dude, who square off early. Get Your License, Liam, and Jimmy Gagnon trying to give the parking ticket to I'm a Dude, who says, I don't think so, and moves on to cross over for Stefan Pouliot. Following from 3rd, that's Mossy's Art, and then back in 4th, it's Lucky Leonard. The 2 stragglers at the start sit at the back of the field, Probert's Legacy and Bettentin. They went to the opening quarter in 28 and 2. I'm a Dude and Stefan Pouliot leading by just over a length ahead of Get Your License Liam, loosely in the pocket. Following from third is Mossy's Art, single file fourth to Lucky Leonard. Fifth, that's Probert's Legacy, still trailing Bettenantine. No one moving yet as they follow leader I'm a Dude to the halfway point. He is unchallenged, 157 and 3, and now he is starting to get separation, pulling ahead from Get Your License Liam, opening up by 3 on the backstretch. Sitting third, that's Mossy's Art. Here comes a first over move now. He's on the outside, struggling to get into fourth. Probert's Legacy underway, caught in near the back. That's Lucky Leonard, still trailing. Bettenantine comes third over from last. They're chasing past three quarters, reached in 126 flat by leader I'm a Dude, whose lead has evaporated. Get Your License Liam looms first over, and Mossy's Art is closing in for Ryan Guy. Wider still, Probert's Legacy and Bettenantine. It's going to be Mossy's Art coming after I'm a Dude and winning by a head. Up for show looked like Get Your License Liam, 155 flat. Mossy's Art coming in after Grand River Raceway's pop-up series concluded and carrying on some good form in his Rideau return for Ryan Guy. At 12-1, the unofficial results are now posted for race 7. The 3, Mossy's Art, pulls the upset for Ryan Guy. Over 2, I'm a Dude, who holds on for place ahead of the 1, Get Your License Liam, closing for show, and the 7, Bettenantine, who was up wide late for 4th. The unofficial order of finish, 3-2-1-7. Hold all tickets. Race 7 is now official. 3-2-1-7, the official order of finish. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton Winners Circle, official race 7 winner, number 3, Mossy's Art, a 9-year-old bay gelding by Pet Rock out of Maggie's Art, owned by trainer Jason Mitchell of Severn, Ontario, with Jerry Belanger of Azilde, Ontario. Mossy's Art was bred by Midland Acres Incorporated of Bloomingburg, Ohio. Driven to victory by Ryan Guy. 155 flat. That's the third win of the 2024 season for Mossy's Art. Prices are posted for race 7, number 3, Mossy's Art. Returns $26.60 to win. The $2 exactor we'll get back to. The $1 pick 3 ending here, 253. 3 of 3 pays $99.45, and it's $245.60 for the $1 pick 4. 5253, the winning pick 4. Paying on 4 of 4. That exactor, 3-2, the $2 ticket pays $155.90. It's $114.90 for the $1 try, 3-2-1, and $711 and change for that $1 superfecta 3-2-1-7 combination. The race 7 rundown is now on screen. 1, Get Your License Liam was third. 2, I'm a Dude finished second. 3, Mossy's Art, the 12-1 race winner for Flyin' Ryan Guy. 4, Lucky Leonard was sixth. 5, Probert's Legacy finished fifth as beaten 3-5 favorite. 6, Sunshine Love was a judge's scratch. 7, Bettin' in Teen closed for fourth. From the top down, your program should read 3-2-1, 6-5, scratch 4. The fractions were 28 and 2 to the opening quarter, 57 and 3 at the half, 126 flat at 3/4, 155 flat, the winning mile for Mossy's Art. Race 8 is coming up next, back on the trot with exactor, triactor, superfecta, and pick 3 wagering. There are no changes in our final 3 races of the Thursday card. And a horse I thought would be more of a price here is opening as 6-5 favorite. That's the one, Ciel Bleu. getting some significant post relief as he moves in from the 8 hole, which he had last Thursday for Guy Gagnon. And this is also his second consecutive start Lasix, which often brings about a turnaround when a horse has not been doing so well. Part of the issue with Ciel Bleu is he's been up in class since his front-end victory here, August 22nd, for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. He's been flat since adding the trotting hobbles that led to that win back on August 22nd. So the Lasix and the class relief combined with the post improvement makes Ciel Bleu a popular choice, 7-5 from the rail right now. He's sharing favorite status with the 6, however. That's Southwind Russian, who's now taken over as 2-5 favorite. Bettors having some confidence that he can keep it together for trainer-driver Stéphane Pouliot this week. At his best, he is an excellent trotter here, one of the stronger trotters, but he's rather nervous, and sometimes that produces the breaks. So lots of X's on his recent lines. The most recent, however, he doesn't deserve full blame for. There was some interference happening on the first turn last Thursday. Glenn Pearson has faith in Southwind Russian, turning things around here. He's putting him on top of the ticket. I don't have that kind of confidence. I have him in my ticket, but he's my third choice. Glenn is going to Ms. Franny, the 4, for second. She's 18-1 right now. A winner for Marie-Claude Auger at this classification, September 5th at quite a price. In the show spot, Glenn is using the 3-7 iron, who stalled late last Thursday, and then completing his ticket with the 1 Ciel Bleu 4th. I have Ciel Bleu on top, ahead of That's Hooligan, making his second consecutive Rideau start for William Waugh and trainer Peter Lepage. I'm using the risky Speedster 6 Southwind Russian as my show horse ahead of 3-7 iron. The trotters are coming towards the track for the race 8 post parade. The post parade is now on track for race 8. These trotters are non-winners of $2,500 in their last 5 starts, with non-winners of a race this year allowed $750 and allowances for fillies and mares. Also eligible $12,000 claimers. They race for a purse of $6,800. Leading the post parade, number 1, Ciel Bleu, owned by Écurie Guy Gagnon Incorporated, with Gestion Louis La Tulipe, trained and driven by Guy Gagnon. This is the second start Lasix this season for Ciel Bleu. Two is That's Hooligan, owned by trainer Peter Lepage, driven by William Waugh. 3 is 7 Iron, owned by the estate of Stacey Smith Robinson, trained by Vic Putty, driven by Jimmy Gagnon. 4 is Ms. Franny, owned by Michael and Sam Sergi. Sam Sergi trains. Marie-Claude Auger is in the bike. 5 is the Rhone Incredible Haul, owned by Paul Smythe, trained by Drew Smythe, and driven by Pascal Berube. And rounding out the field from post 6, it's 7-5, current favorite, Southwind Russian, owned by a numbered Quebec corporation, trained and driven by Stéphane Pouliot. That's the field for race 8, exactor, triactor, and superfecta wagering. Pick 3 wagering as well, and there are no changes in races 8, 9, and 10. Taking a closer look at the 1, Ciel Bleu, as favoritism shifts back in his direction. He's 3-2 right now. As I mentioned in the post parade, he is making his second consecutive start with Lasix, which he has not been treated with since June 3rd, 2023, when he was racing at Yonkers. Some significant post and class relief for the Guy Gagnon trainee. He won going away for Gagnon in his latest Rideau start at a similar classification. That was back on August 22nd. Ciel Bleu, 6-5 now. The 2, That's Hooligan, is my second choice. He stepped out from near last on the Rideau first turn last Thursday, flushing out the winner, Donna Tover, before the second turn. That's Hooligan went 3 wide on the final turn and was gaining ground down the stretch, closing in the field's co-fastest last quarter of 30-2. He gets some class relief, and he's 7-2 from post 2. That's Hooligan. 6, Southwind Russian is 2-1 right now. And the appropriate odds for him depend on whether you believe he'll stay flat. He jumped it off while gaining ground outside of breaker Ms. Franny on the first turn here last Thursday and wouldn't reset. So Southwind Russian's last win was from the same post position at this level on August 15th for Stéphane Pouliot. Again, he just seems to be a nervous type of trotter. And the break on the most recent occasion seemed to be inspired by a breaker on his inside. Ms. Franny jumping it off, and Southwind Russian was just outside of her when that happened. He looks good at the moment, trotting past the grandstand as the clock ticks down towards the start of race 8 and our final pick 3 this Thursday at Rideau Carleton. A minor player from post 3, 7 Iron, back down to second last early Thursday, had a first over move at the quarter, gaining ground to the half, getting parked, and then tiring. He's up in class here. 5-1 on 3, 7 Iron. The starter has called the trotters for race 8. Your final opportunity tonight to play the pick 3 at Rideau Carleton. Incredible Hall, incredibly eager to go behind the gate as the rest of the field assembles. 1 is Ciel Bleu for Guy Gagnon. 2, That's Hooligan, William Waugh. 3, 7 Iron, Jimmy Gagnon. 4, Ms. Franny, Marie-Claude Auger. 5, Incredible Hall for Pascal Berube. And spotting rivals about 10 lengths at the moment. That's the 6, Southwind Russian for Stéphane Pouliot, timing the gate. The field is on the turn, headed into the backstretch. Southwind Russian tightening up, but still a good 6 lengths off the gate as they approach the start. They're off and trotting and firing out. That's Incredible Hall for Pascal Berube, sprinting to an early 3-length lead. Ciel Bleu is taking back early, and he's 4th now behind a battling 7 Iron and Southwind Russian. Southwind Russian 3 wide on the turn outside of an advancing 7 Iron who is coming after the early leader Incredible Hall. A 3 wide incredible battle to the opening quarter in 28-1 and is not settled yet as 7 Iron has settled on the lead for Jimmy Gagnon and is getting circled now by Southwind Russian in front of the tote board, grabbing the lead for Stéphane Pouliot. That puts 7 Iron second ahead of 3rd place Incredible Hall, and it sets up for another move. Here comes Ciel Bleu, first over out of 4th on the turn, pursuing leader Southwind Russian, who reached the half in 57-4, leading by 2 lengths over 7 Iron in the pocket second. Here's that brush from Ciel Bleu along the backstretch. He's first over in second now as 7 Iron is under tight irons in 3rd, and then it's further back to an advancing Roan Incredible Hall, making another move up the cones into 4th from the back of the field, gapping cover second over. That's Hooligan, and trailing but trying to get involved late, the closer Ms. Franny. 3/4 reached in 1:27-1 as Southwind Russian turns on the class as the stretch looms ahead. He's trying to get the job done for Stéphane Pouliot. He's under pressure from Ciel Bleu down the middle of the track, and a wide move from That's Hooligan. They're battling to the wire. It's going to be a blanket finish. That's Hooligan prevails. Tight for place between Southwind Russian and Ciel Bleu, 1:57-4. Southwind Russian on the lead for Stéphane Pouliot, under pressure from Ciel Bleu down the middle of the track. And then the late move from That's Hooligan for William Waugh, powering past both. A very exciting finish in race 8. Unofficial results are now posted for race 8. The 2, That's Hooligan, a 3-1 winner for William Waugh. Over 6, Southwind Russian holding on for place. 3-5 favorite, number 1, Ciel Bleu, ended up 3rd. And the 4, Ms. Franny, came on late for 4th. The unofficial order of finish, 2-6-1-4. Hold all tickets. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton winner's circle. Unofficial race 8 winner, number 2, That's Hooligan. An 8-year-old bay gelding by Rose Run Hooligan out of That's So Raven, owned by trainer Peter Lepage of Saint-Liguori, Quebec. That's Hooligan was bred by Christine Bedard of Saint-Laurentide, Quebec. Driven to victory by William Waugh. That's win number 5 of the year for That's Hooligan. And a new lifetime mark of 157 and 4. Congratulations. Race 8 is now official. Prices are posted for race 8, number 2, That's Hooligan, pays $8 to win. The $2 exactor 2-6 pays $43.90. The $1 try 2-6-1 pays $51.95. The $1 superfecta 2-6-1-4 combination returns $169.45. The race 8 rundown is now posted. 3-5 beaten favorite number 1, Ciel Bleu, was third. 2, That's Hooligan, the race winner for William Waugh. 3, 7 Iron was sixth. 4, Ms. Franny was fourth. 5, Incredible Hall finished fifth. And 6, Southwind Russian was second. From the top down, your program should read 316,452. The fractions were 28 and 1 to the quarter, 57 and 4 at the half, 127 and 1 at 3/4, 157 and 4 the winning mile, in a new lifetime mark for That's Hooligan. Moving on to race 9, there's exactor and triactor, wagering, superfecta, and the late daily double begins here. No changes in races 9 or 10. We're back on the pace in race 9. And Salzbrook Annie, who was a winning spot play selection for Ontario Racing last Thursday, is no spot play tonight. Despite post 7, 1-5 favorite right now for Robert Shepard and Isabel Darvaux. Excuse me. Track handicapper selections are now posted. Glenn Pearson going with Salzbrook Annie despite the move from the rail to post 7. He's using the 4 Monterey Jackie in the place spot ahead of the 3 Best Girl in Town and then 5 Senorita I Am to complete the superfecta. I think the 2 Red Carpet Ready could surprise here for Marie-Claude Auger and Jeffrey Davidson. I'll explain why. I'm using Salzbrook Annie in the place spot based on moving out to that post position after a front end trip. I don't know that she has the gate speed necessarily to cross over from there and win in that style. It didn't happen at Grand River when she had post 6 on September 25th anyway. My show horse is the 4 Monterey Jackie, moving back to the frontier and completing my superfecta, the 1 DA Cinnamon Crunch, getting another driver change and serious post relief. Jimmy Gagnon getting the catch drive on the Macy Castle Smythe trainee. They're coming towards the track now for the race 9 post parade. Now on track, the Pacers for the Race 9 Post Parade. These fillies and mares are non-winners of $20,000 lifetime, with non-winners of a race this year allowed $3,000. Also eligible, $20,000 claimers for non-winners of $35,000 lifetime. They race for a purse of $6,200. One is DA Cinnamon Crunch, owned by Keith Castle, trained by Macy Castle Smythe, driven by Jimmy Gagnon. Two is Red Carpet Ready, owned by trainer Jeffrey Davidson, driven by Marie-Claude Auger. 3 is Best Girl in Town, owned and trained by Melanie Plourde, driven by Stéphane Pouliot. 4 is Monterey Jackie, owned by Jamie Copley, Kimberly Eaton, and Peter Kirscher, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Ryan Guy. 5 is Senorita I Am, owned by Jean Allaire, with trainer Jean-Francois Maguire, driven by Pascal Berube. 6 is GA Speed Matrix, owned by Écurie Guy Gagnon, trained and driven by Guy Gagnon. And on the outside, from post 7, 1 to 5, current favorite, Salzbrook Annie, owned by Daniel Gaudreau, with Louis-Philippe Bois racing, and Michel Letarte. Isabelle Darvaux trains, Robert Shepard drives. That's the field for race 9. There were no changes. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and late daily double wagering. We're taking a closer look at the 2 to 5 current favorite. From post 7, Salzbrook Annie, who easily wired from the Rideau rail last Thursday for Robert Shepard. This is a tougher post for the rematch. Salzbrook Annie held off Godiva Ice Cream and Red Carpet Ready by a diminishing margin at the wire. All of them, the top 3, closed in the field's co-fastest 29-1 last Thursday. 2 to 5, a popular choice despite post 7. Salzbrook Annie, who certainly knows how to win. She's got 8 victories so far this season. She's Glenn Pearson's top selection. Over the 4, Monterey Jackie, who returns to the frontier. She got away third from last Thursday in her first ever start from a trailing post. Monterey Jackie dropped back to last on the backstretch, and it was really her only poor start since September 8th when she made her Rideau debut for Mandy Archer. So Monterey Jackie, 9 to 1 here. I would be using her in my exactors and possibly even this leg of the late double. My top selection, however, is the 9 to 2, number 2, Red Carpet Ready, making her third start for driver Marie-Claude Auger. Red Carpet Ready paced her fastest ever mile here last Thursday, 1:55.2, and she was off stride before the start, but did not break during the race. She was covered up and shuffled back from 4th on the backstretch, got loose late, and was passing horses through traffic in the stretch. So it was an eye-catching late turn of foot for Red Carpet Ready, 9 to 2 from post 2 for Marie-Claude Auger. Looks like possible equipment adjustment here on the 6, GA Speed Matrix. Windows remain open for race 9. First leg of the late daily double. GA Speed Matrix now on her way with the others. They'll be going behind the gate shortly here for the second last of the card at Rideau Carleton this Thursday. The starter has called the pacers. Last chance to wager on the late double as they line up in front of the grandstand. 1 is DA Cinnamon Crunch for Jimmy Gagnon. 2, Red Carpet Ready, Marie-Claude Auger. 3, Best Girl in Town, Stéphane Pouliot. 4, Monterey Jackie, Ryan Guy. 5, Senorita I Am, Pascal Berube. 6, GA Speed Matrix for Guy Gagnon. And on the outside, 7, Salzbrook Annie for Robert Shepard. They're all lined up on the turn. Headed onto the backstretch. They're off and pacing, and they're all leaving. DA Cinnamon Crunch from the inside to her outside. Best Girl in Town is coming on mid-pack, and now the gate speed of the outsiders has put them 1-2 GA Speed Matrix, and parked first over Salzbrook Annie out there in second, following from third Best Girl in Town along the pylons. Fourth, but covered up, that's DA Cinnamon Crunch. Headed past a contested opening quarter in 27 and 4. Salzbrook Annie has cleared to the lead and opens up by 2 for Robert Shepard over next closest GA Speed Matrix, and it's 4 lengths back to Best Girl in Town, followed by DA Cinnamon Crunch. Behind her, Senorita I Am trying to start up a rally from the back. Red Carpet Ready is first over from second last, and trailing the field is Monterey Jackie. They went past the half in 56 and 4, with Salzbrook Annie leading by a short lead over GA Speed Matrix, all over the helmet from the pocket. And here's a first over move now. It's DA Cinnamon Crunch, a 17-1 shot for Jimmy Gagnon, who is brushing along the backstretch and up to challenge the 1-5 favorite and moving right on past like she's standing still. That's DA Cinnamon Crunch. 3/4 reached in 126 flat. Here comes GA Speed Matrix chasing after DA Cinnamon Crunch further back. The rest need to do more to catch these two during the stretch drive. DA Cinnamon Crunch and Jimmy Gagnon on the front end, up the inside late. That is Red Carpet Ready. Red Carpet Ready is rolling for Marie-Claude Auger to get the win over DA Cinnamon Crunch. Monterey Jackie looked to get up for show in 1:55 and 4. A thrilling finish where Red Carpet Ready meets expectations for Marie-Claude Auger and her backers. A very game effort by DA Cinnamon Crunch as well. The unofficial results are posted for race 9. Finishing first, number 2, Red Carpet Ready at odds of 5-1 for Marie-Claude Auger. Second was 1, DA Cinnamon Crunch. Third was 4, Monterey Jackie. And finishing fourth was 5, Senorita I Am. The unofficial order of finish for race 9, 2-1-4-5. Hold all tickets. Race 9 is now official. And coming back to the Rideau Carleton winner's circle, Race 9 winner number 2, Red Carpet Ready, a 3-year-old bay filly by Better's Delight out of Film Critic, owned by trainer Jeffrey Davidson of Ottawa, Ontario. Red Carpet Ready was bred by Stonegate Standardbred Farms Incorporated of Glen Gardner, New Jersey, driven to victory by Marie-Claude Auger. That's a new lifetime mark, 155 and 4 for Red Carpet Ready in her 3rd win this year. Congratulations. Prices are posted for race 9, number 2, Red Carpet Ready, returns $12.20 to win. The $2 exactor 2-1 pays $105.90. The $1 try 214 pays $285.55, and the $1 superfecta 2145 returns $1,251 even. The race 9 rundown is now on your screens. 1, DA Cinnamon Crunch was second. 2, Red Carpet Ready, the race winner for Marie-Claude Auger. 3, Best Girl in Town, 6th. 4, Monterey Jackie, 3rd. 5, Senorita I Am, 4th. 6, GA Speed Matrix, finished 5th. And 1 to 5 beaten favorite number 7, Salzbrook Annie, finished 7th. From the top down, your program should read 216-345-7. The fractions were 27 and 4 to the opening quarter, 56 and 4 at the half, 126 flat at 3/4, 155 and 4 the winning mile for Red Carpet Ready, taking a new lifetime best. Race 10 is coming up. It's our last of this Thursday card. Thanks again to everyone joining us from across North America. We always appreciate the wagering support. Glenn Pearson and I both agreeing on the 6 here. Duke La Victoire, 5-2 at the moment for André Lachance and Marie-Claude Auger. In the place spot, Glenn likes the 9. That's Meadow Branch Noble, 9-1 at the moment. I'm using him third. He's another class dropper from the Rideau preferred handicap level, but I agree with the betting public about 5 here. That's Cleveland Massimo, who's been knocking on the door at this level for Pascal Berube and Jean-Francois Maguire. He's a 6-5 favorite right now. He's second in my ticket. In the show spot, Glenn is using the 3 Donna Tover, a winner last Thursday. At this level, although this field to me looks deeper with the addition of some class droppers from the preferred. In the 4th spot, it's Charlie Barr, a front-end winner at a lower level here Thursday. He's 4th in Glenn's ticket, ahead of the 1, Eyes of Justice. Always a contender at this level, very seldom fails to get a check. I'm using Eyes of Justice, 4th, behind Meadow Branch Noble in my ticket. And to complete the super high 5 offered here, the 4, Kenogami Coco, who was interfered with, racing at a lower level last Thursday. He was a beaten favorite for Isabelle Darvaux and Robert Shepard. 35-1 right now on the 4, Kenogami Coco. The post parade is coming on track for race 10, which has exactor, triactor, and super high 5 wagering. The race 10 trotters are on track for post parade. They are non-winners of $40,000 lifetime, also eligible. Non-winners of $6,000 in their last 5 starts, also eligible. $25,000 claimers. There are allowances for fillies and mares. The purse is $7,800. One is Eyes of Justice, owned by Limco Incorporated, trained by Vic Putty, driven by Jimmy Gagnon. Two is Charlie Barr, owned by Nicole Beauvais-Gertner, trained and driven by Pierre Beauvais. 3 is Donna Tover, owned by trainer John McMillan, driven by Stéphane Pouliot. Four is Kenogami Coco, owned by Marie-Claude and Jean-Francois Reed, with Mario Menard, trained by Isabelle Darvaux, driven by Robert Shepard. Five is Cleveland Massimo, owned by trainer Jean-Francois Maguire, with Julie Malenfant and Richard Legris, driven by Pascal Berube. Six is the current 8-5 favorite Duke La Victoire, owned by Suzanne La Victoire, trained by André Lachance and driven by Marie-Claude Auger. Seven is The Great Emotion, owned and trained by Cassandra Lacourte, driven by Ryan Guy. Eight is Wish You'd Tell Me, owned and trained by Gerard Vaillancourt, driven by Mike Healy. And completing the field from trailing post 9, Meadow Branch Noble, owned by Jamie Copley, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Guy Gagnon. That's the field for race 10. There were no changes. Exactor, triactor, and super high five wagering in this second leg of the late double. It's our last race of this Thursday card. Make it count. We're taking a closer look at the 8-5 favorite, number 6, Duke La Victoire, who was impressive last Thursday in the Rideau Preferred Handicap. He was first to the front, leaving from the rail, then matched strides briefly with a first over War We Exalt past the quarter. He pocketed up to 3/4 when first over challenger Meadow Branch Noble drew alongside him. Duke La Victoire swung wide in the stretch but ran out of racetrack. He made a number of moves there and gets the class relief from the preferred level. The early favorite was 5, Cleveland Massimo, who looks like Pascal Berube's possible choice over 3 others in this field, the Great Emotion, Wish You'd Tell Me, and Donatover, who won for him last Thursday. Cleveland Massimo gained ground first over from second last on the backstretch here, September 26th. He chased the leader, Match Me If You Can, to the wire. That mare isn't in this field tonight. Cleveland Massimo just missed catching Match Me If You Can in that race, September 26th, and he trotted the field's fastest last quarter of 29-1. It's 9-2 right now on the 9, Meadow Branch Noble, who won at this level from the second tier August 22nd for the returning Guy Gagnon. Meadow Branch Noble was briefly first over against War We Exalt on the backstretch in last Thursday's preferred handicap. He dropped back on the final turn and faded late. The others in my ticket are beaten 3-2 favorite, number 1, Eyes of Justice, returning to the rail after a ground-saving trip last Thursday. He was 4th early, got covered up by Donatover on the second turn, followed his cover on the backstretch and was 3 wide at the top of the stretch, closing in the field's co-fastest last quarter, 30-2. That's the 1, Eyes of Justice, 10-1 right now. The other in my super high five ticket, who could add some value, is 4, Kenogami Coco, who was interfered with by the off-stride Ms. Franny on the first turn last Thursday. Kenogami Coco was briefly first over from third at the half and had a late rally up the inside path in the stretch. He's up in class, but he was a beaten favorite in his latest. The starter has called the trotters for race 10, the Robbie D'Alessandro Trot. Final chance to wager tonight on Rideau Carleton. They're lining up in front of the grandstand. 1 is Eyes of Justice for Jimmy Gagnon. 2, Charlie Barr, Pierre Beauvais. 3, Donatover, Stéphane Pouliot. 4, Kenogami Coco, Robert Shepard. 5, Cleveland Massimo, Pascal Berube. 6, Duke La Victoire, Marie-Claude Auger. 7, The Great Emotion, Ryan Guy. 8, Wish You'd Tell Me, Mike Healy. And the trailer is 9, Meadow Branch Noble for Guy Gagnon. They're on the backstretch, approaching the start for race 10. They're off and trotting and leaving from the center of the pack. Duke Le Victoire has gate speed for Marie-Claude Auger, crossing over to the front ahead of Charlie Barr, who is loosely in the pocket now to his outside. First over in third is Donna Tover, advancing on the first turn. Following from single file fourth is Eyes of Justice, and behind him in fifth early, Kenogami Coco, reaching the opening quarter in 27-1, all alone on the front end. Duke Le Victoire is out there by a good 3 lengths. Parked first over in second. Donna Tover to his inside is Charlie Barr sitting third. Fourth is Eyes of Justice. Fifth, Kenogami Coco getting covered up by a first over sixth. Meadow Branch Noble underway on the outside as the field heads around the second turn and reaching the half. Unchallenged on the lead in 56-4. It's Duke Le Victoire with Charlie Barr continuing to sit that loose pocket as the leader opens up by 4. Parked first over now, third and retreating. Donna Tover moving up to third on the inside. Eyes of Justice further back in fifth and trying to get underway. It's Meadow Branch Noble blocked by a retreating Donna Tover. They head to 3/4 with an easy lead for Duke Le Victoire, getting there in 1:25-4. And coming from the back of the field now, the Great Emotion is tipping wide for the stretch drive, but they're all just coming after minor shares behind leader Duke Le Victoire, under urging from Marie-Claude Auger, keeping 3 lengths ahead of a fast closing Kenogami Coco, up for place ahead of Charlie Barr, 1:56-1. Coming to the wire, no doubt, Duke Le Victoire getting there for Marie-Claude Auger in race 10, making for an Auger late double here at Rideau Carleton. Red carpet ready in race 9, and now Duke Le Victoire, a winning 7-5 favorite in race 10. The unofficial results are posted for race 10. 6, Duke Le Victoire, the race winner for Marie-Claude Auger. Second was 4, Kenogami Coco at 19-1. Third was a 2, Charlie Barr. Fourth was 1, Eyes of Justice, and fifth was 9, Meadow Branch Noble. The unofficial order of finish, 6-4-2-1-9. Hold all tickets. Now coming back to the Rideau Carleton winner circle, unofficial race 10 winner, Number 6, Duke La Victoire, a 6-year-old roan gelding by Royalty for Life out of Cadabra La Victoire, owned by Suzanne La Victoire of Sainte-Anne-de-Prescott, Ontario. Duke La Victoire was bred by Edward Vanderveer of Saint-Eugene, Ontario, trained by André Lachance, driven by Marie-Claude Auger, her second consecutive driving win, 156-1, Duke La Victoire. It's his third win in start number 9 of the year. And results are now official for race 10. Prices are posted for race 10. Winner number 6, Duke La Victoire, pays $4.80 to win. The $2 exactor we'll get back to. The $1 pick 3, 226, 3 of 3 pays $219.10. 4 of 4 in the pick 4 pays $986.55 for the 3-2-2-6 combination. The 20-cent pick 5, 5 of 5, $842.92 for the 5-3-2-2-6 20-cent pick 5, and we have another high 5 carryover. The $2 late double 2-6 pays $60.70 for the Marie-Claude Auger back-to-back wins. The exactor and try will cycle back to. The race 10 rundown is now on your screens. 1, Eyes of Justice was 4th. 2, Charlie Barr finished 3rd. 3, Donna Tover was 9th. 4, Kanagami Coco finished 2nd. 5, Cleveland Massimo was 8th. 6, Duke La Victoire, the race winner for Marie-Claude Auger as a 7-5 favorite. 7, The Great Emotion was 6th. 8, Wish You'd Tell Me was 7th. And 9, Meadow Branch Noble was 5th. From the top down, 4, 3, 9, 2, 8, 1, 6, 7, 5 is the order of finish. The fractions were 27 and 1 to the quarter, 56 and 4 at the half, 125 and 4 at 3/4, 156 and 1 the winning mile for Duke La Victoire. And returning to those prices that I was unable to provide before, the exactor in race 10 paid $73.90 for the $1 ticket, the 6-4 combination. That's a $73.90 exactor, and the $1 triactor in race 10. And that was a 6-4-2 ticket, returns $573.80. Once again, the Super High Five was not hit, giving us a carryover of $2,580.88. And that moves on to our Sunday card coming up on October 13th with a 6:30 p.m. post time. Hope you can join us. And if you're in the Ottawa area and you like jackpots, be sure to join us on Saturday evening. Tammy Forgey's On Track Free to Play handicapping contest in the Trackside Simulcast Lounge now has a $1,200 jackpot, and you can play while watching and wagering on the Ontario Sires Stakes Superfinals live from Woodbine Mohawk Park on the night of Saturday, October 12th. Join us. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm Melissa Keith, track announcer.